Keir Starmer admits, "I lost control of the welfare revolt due to my focus on foreign affairs." But the real bombshell? A polling guru reveals this as the worst start for any Prime Minister in 100 years. Welcome to our channel for the most heated political debates. Can Starmer recover from this unexpected rebellion, or is his leadership at stake? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated.
Political editor Christopher Hope on all of this one. So this is quite serious then, isn't it?
It really is not where we thought they'd be, this government. Can you believe it? I mean, on Friday they marked this one-year anniversary of this landslide win last year, and now look where he is. He's facing maybe 40 or 50 Labour MPs voting against the government tomorrow on the second read at the moment of this
Chris, I'll just interrupt you here and say, how has he got it so wrong on so many issues?
He's been focused on different things.
He lacks some political touch, I think.
But what he lacks the touch is showing it's a socialist government. That's the, people don't expect him to get rid of heating allowances and disability benefits and all sorts of things and hitting the farmers hard and whatever.
And the irony is, of course, you've got Reform UK saying, well, lift the two-child benefit cap, one thing which Labour won't do. And that's what's so discombobulating, I think, for the two main parties. But yeah, I mean, today we're going to hear the detail of this U-turn announced in that midnight letter last Thursday night by Liz Kendall. She's a welfare secretary. £5 billion of cuts it was last Wednesday. Now it's £2 billion of cuts. And will it be £0 billion of cuts once Stephen Timms, who's the pension secretary, pension minister, when he does his review into it? We know the benefits bill is too big. It's going towards $100 billion by the end of this decade. People have to work. They have to get out there and work. They're not working. They're being rewarded for not working.
I'll give you an example. Line judges at Wimbledon, there's over 200 of them which will say out, in, whatever, and they've all been made redundant because computers will now take over and make the same shout.
There's a report out today saying that entry-level jobs, the jobs that our children want to get when they leave university, they're evaporating like water into the sand because of AI.
No, it's really shocking. I'll tell you what else may have been shocking to you is Keir Starmer admitting in an interview that he lost control of this welfare rebellion because he was so focused on foreign affairs. And this is the same man who said he prefers Davos to Westminster 2 years ago. I mean, should we be surprised?
He told that to a kind of a friendly podcast back in January 23, I think it was. I mean, I think it's surprising that you have him saying that. His team around him should make sure that in his red box of papers that the important stuff's at the top. So even if you're in, as I was lucky enough to be with him in the G7 in the Rocky Mountains, at the top of his in tray.
Professor John Curtis, who's a really respected pollster in this country, saying that Keir Starmer has had the weakest start of any Prime Minister in the past 100 years.
And he added Labour or Conservative.
Yes.
That line wasn't about any political party. He's saying this is a complete disaster. And I think he's right. They are doing some good things, the Labour government. They are tipping money into the NHS. That polls very, very well. They are trying to do their own way of tackling the small boats crisis, which will be probably 50,000 crossing this year, an extraordinary number, and then falling perhaps in the future as France starts to help out. Yes, it hasn't been great. I mean, where is the dynamism? They had 14 years to prepare for this. They seem to come into power and it was enough to say we're not the Tories, and that's not enough. You need a plan for power. You can't exist to find about something else. Is
it premature to talk about Angela Rayner as a successor?
It's not premature because everyone's talking about it. I mean, maybe, yes, it looks unlikely, and to remove, I look at the numbers today, 81 Labour MPs must sign a no-confidence note in 40 or 50 rebel tonight. Ellie, you're giving the eye roll there.
It's not far off, is it? If we're talking about 50 rebels already and you need 81?
He's not around. I mean, I heard an interview with one MP last week. One MP elected a year ago hasn't had one conversation with the Prime Minister. Now, that to me is surprising. One of the big jobs you have if you're in government is meet the new guys. When we launched GB News, you meet the new guys, you have meetings, you go out for drinks, you meet them in areas of North West MPs, Yorkshire MPs, so it goes on, but not to have a single chat with your leader. No wonder we're told that as many as half of the rebels tomorrow will be those elected in 2024 last year.
Wow.